Welcome to Green Technology, where smart engineering turns raw timber into clean, usable firewood. If you enjoy powerful wood processors and clever homemade machines, subscribe and stay with us. Take a look at this powerful 80-ton firewood machine from JBM. With 80 tons of splitting force, it stands in a class of its own. The 2-4 way-splitting wedge is a serious piece of engineering, slicing through wood with impressive ease. The side loader makes the process even smoother, keeping heavy rounds moving without unnecessary strain. If the goal is maximum output with less wasted effort, this machine is built exactly for that. You might think an axe is dangerous, but this homemade firewood splitter takes risk to another level. The belt-driven flywheel spins with serious force, and every movement demands full attention. One careless mistake here would not just split wood. It could turn a simple job into a serious accident. Machines like this deserve respect, because raw power without control is never something to take lightly. Built like a tank, this homemade horizontal splitter drives through 2 4-inch logs with calm, steady force. The hydraulic pressure keeps each split controlled, clean, and efficient. What would normally be exhausting backyard firewood work becomes a serious mechanical operation. No fancy extras, no pointless design tricks, just a rugged machine built to work hard and last. This homemade kinetic log splitter, powered by a Lister D engine, is a strong example of practical innovation. The Lister D is known for reliability and long service life, and here it gives this machine the steady power it needs to handle heavy logs. The clean splitting action and the fact that the machine has been modified and maintained over the years say a lot about its durability. This is not just homemade equipment. It is workshop skill turned into real productivity. Here is another homemade splitter, built from a C360 gearbox and powered by a 1 kilowatt motor. That is pure backyard engineering. With a custom horizontal blade design, it cuts logs into 4 clean pieces in a single pass. Fast, simple, and brutally efficient. This setup is a real upgrade for anyone serious about preparing firewood. The combination of a Steyr 1000 tractor and the Vogesen Blitz Quattromat drum saw proves what high-efficiency firewood production can look like. Cutting 12 cubic meters of firewood in one operation, this system shows true industrial-level capability. For forestry professionals or large firewood suppliers, equipment like this is not a luxury. It is the difference between slow manual work and real production speed. If you love our channel, its superior power, and its exciting footage, please support us by subscribing and liking. This will help us continue bringing you more cutting-edge technology and amazing videos every day. This DIY log splitter does more than work. It feels like a mechanical time capsule. Every rotation of that flywheel-driven blade cuts cleanly through wood, delivering old-school performance with a touch of workshop genius. The design is simple, but the results are hard to argue with. Sometimes the most basic mechanical ideas are still the most effective. Watching Jimmy Cole split wood with his old tractor feels like stepping back in time. The setup has that vintage charm, but it is still a useful and efficient way to get real work done. Add in the sawing area at the Halifax County Heritage Festival, and you get the perfect mix of tradition and function. Old machines may move slower, but they still know how to work. Hook this machine to your tractor or trailer, and it is ready to take on even stubborn logs. Add options like a hydraulic winch or crane, and the whole system becomes even more useful. Instead of lifting, dragging, and fighting every piece of wood by hand, the machine takes over the heavy part and keeps the job moving. Pear wood is one of the tougher woods to process, but with a hydraulic splitter like this, it becomes manageable. Dense hardwood can punish weaker tools, but steady hydraulic force changes the game. For anyone working with difficult firewood, a machine like this can save time, energy, and a lot of frustration. Bell's Super Log Splitter is a true powerhouse, smashing through wood with 76 tons of force. It can handle logs up to 40 inches wide, crushing even tough hardwood like a wrecking ball. When this machine goes to work, stubborn rounds do not last long. It is raw power and precision packed into one serious firewood machine. Turning an excavator into a log splitter is next-level thinking. It may not be the fastest method, but watching it handle heavy logs with that kind of control is satisfying. If you already have an excavator available, this kind of attachment can turn it into a useful firewood tool. It is not traditional, but it works. This is firewood splitting taken to another level. Powered by tractor hydraulics, the machine guides, positions, and splits wood with impressive speed. The process is quiet, controlled, and strangely satisfying to watch. It turns rough logs into clean pieces so smoothly that the work almost looks automatic. This DIY setup turns a classic tractor into a complete firewood production line. The chainsaw section cuts, the conveyor guides the material, and the multi-blade splitter turns thick logs into clean, even pieces in seconds. It is simple, rugged, and extremely effective for a serious backyard operation. If you enjoy watching powerful and perfect machines, remember to subscribe to the channel. We bring you the most impressive and amazing technologies from around the world. Forget axes and sore muscles. This screw-type wood splitter bites into logs up to 12 inches wide and pulls them apart with steady torque. Compact and practical, it turns firewood preparation into a smoother job for cold winter days. Less strain, faster work, and a much cleaner process. Now that is what a log splitter should look like. The way it separates wood with such ease and efficiency is impressive. The blade moves with smooth confidence, turning heavy rounds into firewood in very little time. It almost looks like slicing cake, except the material is tough timber and the machine is doing all the hard work. The Holtzbelter Extreme 80T is pure brute force in action. With 80 tons of hydraulic splitting pressure, it breaks massive hardwood logs like matchsticks. Built for industrial firewood production, this horizontal splitter is all about speed, efficiency, and raw power. For heavy forestry work, this is the kind of machine that changes the entire pace of the job. This is a strong combination, a splitter with a winch working alongside the Iseki Tiger EM235. The winch makes the process especially satisfying, pulling logs into position instead of forcing someone to wrestle them by hand. It almost looks like the logs are lining up to be split. For firewood production, that is the kind of setup that saves both time and energy. What makes this wood-cutting tool interesting is that it is more than just a machine. It is a story of creativity, resourcefulness, and problem-solving. Sometimes the best solutions are also the simplest. A practical idea, a bit of mechanical thinking, and suddenly a hard job becomes much easier. Looking at this screw-type wood splitter, the design is clearly simple and effective. But with machines like this, safety always comes first. Even if it works well, adding at least 2 emergency stop buttons in easy-to-reach positions would make a big difference. A foot pedal for better operator control would also improve safety. In a real working environment, small safety upgrades can matter a lot. Mechanical equipment like the machines from Apache and Sombor makes cutting and splitting wood far less physically demanding. These machines handle the heavy work, allowing operators to produce more with less strain. For anyone working in firewood production as a business, equipment like this is not just helpful, it is essential. Built to save time and protect your back, this tractor-powered wood processor feeds and pushes logs through a smooth workflow. No heavy lifting, no wasted motion, just steady power, fast output, and smart mechanics. It turns exhausting manual labor into controlled, efficient production. This homemade log cutter is a strong example of rural ingenuity. The circular saw blade design is a classic choice for high-efficiency firewood production, especially in farm environments. Proper alignment and controlled feeding are important for both safety and productivity, which makes this setup especially interesting for further refinement. If you love technology, incredible power, and amazing footage, please support the channel by subscribing and liking. This will help us continue bringing you more amazing machine videos every day. Old mechanics meet raw timber in this mechanical splitter. It tears through logs with pure force, but continuous manual feeding can still wear an operator down. Add an automated feed system, and this machine could become a serious production powerhouse. The base idea is already strong, it just needs the right upgrade. It is fascinating to see how a simple steel bed frame and a 1.3 horsepower engine can be turned into a capable bandsaw mill. The ingenuity here is clear. This kind of setup could easily be useful in small-scale operations, where flexibility and efficiency matter. The next logical improvement would be better log handling, because saving time at the feed stage could make the whole system even more productive. This powerhouse is built for speed, strength, and serious mechanical work. It shows strong engineering, solid metal work, and the kind of design made for tough tasks. When it starts working, you can see why machines like this stand out. They are not built for decoration. They are built to handle pressure. This homemade branch cutter uses drill bits in a clever twist on traditional shredding. Drill bits are normally made for boring holes, but here they are used to twist, grab, and shred branches into useful mulch or compost material. It is a smart DIY project that adds real efficiency to yard waste management. This homemade firewood processor is a genuine piece of craftsmanship. A Polish builder turned a tractor into a high-speed cutting system capable of processing up to 2 cubic meters of wood per hour. Compact, efficient, and easy to operate, this DIY machine shows what practical engineering can achieve when it is built around a real job. Finally, this homemade multi-layer wood splitter turns stacked spruce logs into clean, uniform boards with brutal efficiency. Powered by smart mechanics and steady force, it transforms raw wood quickly with less waste and more control. It is pure DIY engineering at work, and it proves that smart design can turn simple materials into serious productivity. If you love our channel, its superior power, and its exciting footage, please support us by subscribing and liking. This will help us continue bringing you more cutting-edge technology and amazing videos every day.